Hello everyone, welcome to Destin Business Forum, a television show for members of the Destin Area Chamber of Commerce, brought to you by our great friends at Cox Communications. I'm Shane Moody, President and CEO of the Destin Area Chamber of Commerce, filling in for Amy Perry today. I'm glad to have you with us. Our first guest come to us from White Wilson Medical Center. We have with us Andi Mahoney, Dr. Christopher Hansen, and Dr. Frank Francone. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Glad to have you with us. You had a long trip over here, didn't you?
Yeah. Took us about 2 minutes.
Yeah, just around the corner. Andi, let's start with you. White Wilson is a strong Chamber of Commerce member, really across the Emerald Coast, not just in Destin. You guys do some great stuff for the community and for the chambers. Tell us a little bit about White Wilson.
We are a multi-specialty physician group. We're actually the largest physician group in the area, and we have locations in Fort Walton Beach, Destin, and Niceville. And we offer primary care and specialty care. We have over 20 different specialties, over 50 physicians, 2 of which are here with us today. We cover primary care, dermatology, cardiology. We also have in-house lab and imaging, and we're very proud to say that we are fully accredited by the American College of Radiology in all of our modalities for our imaging. We do more imaging in the area than anyone else. We're very proud of that.
And pediatrics, because my kids are there
all
the
time
over in the Destin office. Yeah. Dr. Hansen, let's come to you next. Tell me what you practice at White Wilson.
Okay, I practice family medicine at White Wilson. I've been there since 2001. So I'm one of 5 family practitioners at the Fort Walton Beach location in family practice, and we also have two physician extenders that help us out.
Okay. Okay. So how many doctors do you have in the family practice area?
We have, there's 5 family practitioners at Fort Walton Beach location, and then there's, I believe, 3 out at Niceville, and then 1 out in Destin.
Okay. Yeah. So when somebody says family practice, what does that mean?
Oh, generally means we see all types of patients. What we focus on the whole patient. We like to take care of disease prevention and health maintenance, but then also acute illnesses, in addition to chronic problems such as diabetes, hypertension, and high cholesterol.
Okay, great. Dr. Francone, what about you? What do you practice, your specialties over there? How many doctors do you have in your practice field, and what are the things you take care of at White Wilson?
Well, I practice in the immediate care department. We are more of a urgent care type department, but we're also jacks of all trades in the sense that we take same day and walk-in appointments for ambulatory illnesses, people that have injured themselves or have acute illness, people that can't get into their primary care doctors because they're on vacation or filled up. We also do the workers' comp and employer services for, I believe it's over 300 companies in Okaloosa County. And so we'll do pre-employment physicals, DOT and non-DOT physicals and so forth, and all the ancillary testing. I practice there with 2 other physicians, Dr. John Mills and Andre Abelli, and we have 3 extenders that help us out as well.
Okay, is immediate care available at all of your locations throughout the Emerald Coast?
It is. We have full-time immediate care in Fort Walton with extended hours there. We also have full-time immediate care in Destin, and we have immediate care in Blue Water on Saturdays.
Okay. Andi, we'll come back to you now. You've grown tremendously over the years.
Me or White Wilson?
Well, not you. I mean, you wrote the questions.
I had to give you a hard time.
Yeah, you wrote the questions. What can we expect to have from White Wilson as we move into the future?
Absolutely. White Wilson has been around since 1946 when Dr. White opened the first doctor's office over on Brook Street. And as I mentioned before, we've grown to have over 50 doctors. We've expanded with 4 new locations in Fort Walton Beach just this past year. We're bringing on lots of new doctors. We've got 2 new guys that just started in family medicine, and they're over in Fort Walton Beach, Drs. Harris and Shuka, and they're both accepting new patients. And then we have Dr. Richardson, who started with us this past year in January, actually, and she's a family medicine practitioner over in Blue Water Bay. And then Dr. Abelli in immediate care, and Dr. Paula Cunningham also, she's a hospitalist. started this year. So
okay, so Dr. Hansen, this expansion, especially in your area of expertise, what does this mean for the patients of White Wilson? You guys get bigger and you continue to add staff. What does that mean for the patients?
Well, actually, White Wilson, we're the largest provider of primary care in the area, which includes internal medicine, pediatrics, family medicine, and immediate care. And with the as we're expanding, with the addition of our new physicians, as Andy mentioned, we're able to get the patients in and be available to them. They can usually get in same day for any problems they're having, and we're also accepting new patients.
Okay. Dr. Francone, tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get here to the Emerald Coast? How did you get into medicine? What were the interests there?
Right. As long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a physician. And I can't remember a time when I didn't want to be a doc. And when I was a teenager, my family doc gave me a break, and he let me volunteer in the ER. He also worked part-time ER, and I loved it. I fell in love with it, and you know, the rest is history. Pursued a career there. I'm originally from Canada, so I went to medical school and did an internship there. Worked for a while, but got dismayed at the socialized approach to medicine. So like many of my colleagues.
I won't go there.
Correct.
no comment.
Headed south. And I've enjoyed great practice in Indiana and then in Florida. Went back and got board certified in family practice residency here in Florida, and then just found the Emerald Coast by accident on vacation one year. And I've been here 7 years, and it's been probably the most fulfilling practice I've had to date.
Yeah, this is a lot of people here. We found it by accident. But we're glad it's a pretty good accident to find this place,
Absolutely.
I think. Andy, you serve on the chamber board. Our chamber board, folks throughout White Wilson have served on boards of other chambers, not to mention all the other nonprofits in the community. Why is that important for White Wilson to get involved? I mean, you're just a medical facility, as some people would say, but being involved in the community is very important to you guys as a corporate culture. Why is that?
That's always been a priority of White Wilson, is to get involved in the community, to be around, you know, the patients that we serve. Our whole focus is to serve this community. That's why we've grown with them over the years as the needs of the community have increased, and just being a part of that community is what it's all about. So
and you guys enjoy it. I mean,
it's fun.
You don't just step out there and
it's nice
do
to
it.
get out of the
guys,
office sometimes.
You guys enjoy it. All right, we've got about a minute left in this segment. Each one of you take about 15, 20 seconds. What sets White Wilson apart? Why should people come to you for their medical care?
I think one of the greatest things about White Wilson is that we're a one-stop shop. It's all these different specialists under one roof, one medical record, so you've got all these different physicians that are collaborating, and it really is what allows White Wilson to provide the best quality care that we can in this area. And we're very proud to have been voted the best medical practice on the Emerald Coast in 2010. So.
Good for you. Congratulations for that. Dr. Hansen?
I just think, yeah, with White Wilson overall, we have excellent physicians. The medical record and the one-stop shopping is quite important, and able to collaborate as physicians with each other to help our patients.
Great. And Dr. Francone, you get the last word.
Well, I think it just speaks to the quality of the docs when other physicians like myself take our families to our colleagues. And in fact, my son's being seen as we speak by Dr. King, one of our pediatricians. So I think that it's a very collegial bunch of docs and very talented, and I'm just proud to be associated with them.
Well, thank you all for being with us today. Thank you for what you do in the community and for the chamber. Keep up the good work. And don't you go away. We'll be right back with our next guest.